Mr. President, I would like to insist on the rising far-right trend in many countries, including your own, which is reflected in calls for more border tenses, closed borders and Fortress Europe-type policies towards refugees and migrants. An agenda that we see that it is adopted by mainstream right-wing parties, including in Austria. And I would like to ask you, isn't this the major danger? And also, I would like to have your opinion. What do you think about Austria's Jews' decision to boycott Holocaust commemoration over rise of far-right? Thank you.
Boycott what? For EKG. Well, you can be assured that I have my own opinions about policies towards foreigners, including refugees. Of course, not every man or woman who crosses the border and asking for asylum does have a sufficient reason to get asylum. We all know that. And then the difficult question is what to do then. But this is not new. This problem is accompanying us for decades, and not only in Austria, in all European countries where a greater number of asylum seekers is applying for asylum. Personally, I do not wish to make such decisions, I can tell you. I mean, we're talking about families getting that are separated, and we're talking about people that have to go back after having stayed for years. In Austria, for instance, it's the same as if they were in Italy or in Germany. These are difficult questions. On the European level, I think we should learn that we have left Greece alone for a long time, too long time. We have left Italy alone for a long time, too long a time. So up to some point, I could say Austria shouldn't complain too much because we are only worried now since we have to deal with large numbers. But you know, at present, I think the situation in Austria is how should I put it? It's under control. People have a room, ein Dach über dem Kopf, also they get rooms, they have an apartment, they can live somewhere. The daily needs are fulfilled, and there is no violence, practically no violence. There is bad language, let's call it that, in the so-called social media, yes, but there is no actual violence against migrants. Statistically, we don't see any unreasonable increase of crime because of foreigners or crimes against foreigners. Still, it will accompany us for years, even if people are fully integrated, meaning the kids go to school or to kindergarten and so on. We have to integrate the people from 30, 40 years old. You know, it will be difficult in the labor market. Will not be easy in any case. And we have to be careful that immigrants, especially from the Near East, by accepting them as refugees, we do not want to import anti-Semitism at the same time. Certainly not. And I don't want to be naive. I think that if you grow up in an anti-Israeli environment, which is usually the case and understandable too, that can easily develop into anti-Semitism, and that's the last thing we need in Austria or in other countries. So the IKG, it is called, this Israelitische Kultusgemeinde in Vienna and in Austria, is very careful where they go to jetzt mit den Feierlichkeiten, with the anniversaries, liberating Auschwitz or end of Second World War or occupation of Austria by Hitler's Germany. They're very careful where to show up and where not. And I can understand their position.